Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Listen, I just want to tell you, I want to personally thank our ex-Governor Ruth Ann Minner for 2 great years. Really, what a great honor it is. And I want to tell, you can't imagine what it's like when people come up to you and say nice things about you, about what you're trying to do. And I just want to thank so many people here who have come up to me and talked about, you know, what I'm doing. And I want to tell you, you know, I remember they were doing a story about Vice President Biden a few years ago. They said to me, you know, why does he stay? You know, because remember Bill Bradley retired, and Sam Nunn retired, and John Danforth retired. He said, why does he stay? And I said, you know, when you get to my age, I'm 71. When you get to Joe Biden's age, he's younger than I, so he'd be the first to tell you that. But I said, you know, all you really want to do at that point is you think you've learned something. There's a great African saying that when a library burns, it's like an old man dying. An old man dies like a library burning. And all you want to really do is you think you've learned something, you hope you've learned something, and you just want the opportunity to be able to do it. And not many of us ever get the opportunity that I've gotten. So Ruth Ann, I want to give you a special thanks. And I want to thank all of you for the nice things you said about me. One of the great things about this job, without any exception, is working with Tom Carper. I mean, I'll tell you what, you should be proud. I wish people at Delaware could go around and watch Tom Carper every day. I mean, he is, as we all know, he's a Energizer bunny. He's the single most energetic person you know. He's one of the smartest people I know. He's great with getting along with people. But the thing is, he is indefatigable, and you cannot believe what good relations he has with the other senators. It has been a real, honest-to-God joy. I say time and again, I say it in the Democratic caucus, I have the best senior senator in the United States of America, Tom Carper. Of course, my wife always says, you know, when I read something in the newspaper and I say, I really think it's good, and the rest of it, she says, that's because you agree with it. So part of the problem is I agree with Tom on all this stuff, and I basically really agree with everything he just said. There's one addition I make to it. When you get the car up on the road, if you have an automatic transmission and you're going forward, where do you put it? You put it in D, right? And when you want to go backwards, where do you put it? Okay, so I mean, you want to put it in D, let's put it in D, but it's going to go back, and go back to what the Republicans have to do. Okay. And by the way, that is really, really true. And I'll tell you what, I mean, how about the job Joe Biden's doing? You know, I just got back from a trip to Iraq. I've been to Iraq 4 times. And, you know, the president put him in charge of dealing with what's going on in Iraq. And, you know, like obviously the ambassador knows about my relationship with the vice president, but most of the people, I can, you know, meet with Prime Minister Maliki. His main competition is a man named Alawi, and there's a fellow named Talabani who's the head of the Kurds. They don't know that I know. You want to see, I mean, whenever we get to a discussion about what's going to happen, the name that comes up is Vice President Biden. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible, wherever you travel. I mean, it is so, he is doing such a great job. And how about the job Barack Obama's doing, huh? We passed more legislation in this Congress. Barack Obama's got more legislation passed in this Congress than any Congress since LBJ and probably any Congress since FDR. You talk about the health care reform bill, you talk about the Wall Street reform bill, you talk about the credit card bill, you talk about the Edward Moore Kennedy National Service Act, you talk about the Louis Ledbetter bill to give women equal pay for equal work, right? All those things were passed in this Congress and all through the leadership of this president. So we just got to get the story out there. And the story is out there. And in terms of Delaware, just remember, folks, this is not the Jamboree that used to meet when I first got started. When I first got started, it was like a third Democrat, a third Republican, a third Independent. We're now 47% of the registered voters in that state. This election, we've got great candidates. I will be proud. I will be proud. I will be proud to turn the Senate seat over to Chris Coons. Chris Coons will be a great United States, I'm not a good United States Senator, he will be a great United States Senator. And I can't say, I mean, John Carney, come on, will you? He is great. He is going to be so great in the House of Representatives. You're going to be so proud that you voted for him. You really will. it down like it always is, right? The Jamboree, this is what it's down to. We got to get the vote out. I've never seen an election before. I'm telling you, this is the honest. Ruth Ann, am I wrong? I've never seen an election where turnout's more important than this one. And you know what? They say the Republicans are just more enthusiastic. Come on, will you? Come on, will you? What the hell's going on over that party's like, you know, it's like Jekyll and Hyde, one in one party. I mean, is there these two primaries that are going to happen? Does anybody know who's going to win these two primaries? Is everybody convinced that how this is going to happen? If we can't beat these guys, come on. We got the governorship, we got the lieutenant governorship, we got the House, we got the Senate, we got 2 senators, we got all these row positions. We can do this. And this is, don't, I'm telling you, go out there and do it, will you please? I mean, not do it for the country. Because these two guys will make a big difference. And it's in our hands to let it do it. So I'm just saying, let's, you know, come on. I'm going to be working like hell the next 2 months. I know the senior senator from Delaware is going to be working like hell. We all are. So let's all get together, let's go out, and let's sit down on election night, let's have a returns day, and let's say, boy, we really did it for Chris Coons, John Carney, and the whole Democratic ticket. Thanks a lot.